profession. I went to teach in a school where the last age was 17 years. It was in the rural area. The pupils were too old enough to be in JHS. Some were mothers. This collection of my intimate encounters. A thread. There's this image that those in rural areas perceive of people coming from the city. This moment I was introduced as a teacher, the temptations begin. I would skip long narratives and go straight to the point. My first encounter was with a girl who was 19 years old. She was in JHS 3. She was very pretty and extremely dumb, not intelligent. She always carries the class. She came to me and told me she wanted to better. I agreed that we'd have extra class after the close of school on certain days. A week later, our classes begun. After school she said she would go home and change before coming for her house wasn't far. I waited. She returned and she was in clothes and skirt. A girl of her stature should know how to dress properly. But I guess she had ulterior motives. Wore an eyebrow, and it showed in her light blouse, her nips standing. Her skirt, a flare flowery one which reached her thighs. She greeted me and took books from her bag. I asked her weak subjects areas. She said all subjects. I just nodded and opted to start with math. As I wrote on the board, I turned to see her legs widely opened, and yet she was busily feigning ignorance. I turned away and asked her to sit properly. She ignored. I gave assignment, and when she was done she approached my table to mark. She came so close to me that I was feeling uncomfortable. And between her legs she wore a tiny pant which exposed her genital. As get close to met to mark her work, and the thought of what I saw flooded my mind. I was sweating and she noticed. She took the book from my hands, knelt in front of me and began unbuckling my belt. I held her, but she pushed my hands away. It took it out and pushed it into her mouth. I rolled eyes and dropped the red pen. She did a good one on method, she said. Sir, do me. I turned her, raised the skirt, pushed on the table, and I plunged into her. As the strokes went back and forth her beads followed in rhythm, and within minutes of huffing and puffing I was. Watch out for part 2.